Hey guys, welcome for an out-of-box review about the Nova 3 color. I'm very happy it just arrived, it's quite early, and let's do this unboxing together. Okay, let's begin. This is a box that I received. As we can see, it's very small, but that's normal because the Onyx Boox Nova 3 color is actually quite small. It's a 7.8 screen, so when we will compare it later with the Note 3 and the Max Lumi, we will see how small it is actually. But on the other side, I'll also have a Pocket book color, which is 6-inch, and that would be certainly very small to use. Okay, so I have my invoice. And then here we have the most important things. So I purchased a cover, and this is the tablet itself. So let's start with the tablet. As we can see, the inscriptions are now in color. When we look at this, for example, with the Max color, the Max Lumi, it was not in color, but it also had the same relief. It was very beautiful. It's very nice packaging, always from Boox, so it feels qualitative. And we have the same now with the color Nova. Okay, let's open this. Let's see, it's always from the top because the box will unslide from the sleeve. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's really nice. It's all in relief. Normally I would never have purchased a 7.8 ebook reader because it's actually always too small to watch PDFs or any other documents that you would use. But in this case I made an exception because it's color, and I think that makes things a little bit more interesting and also more visible. So I'm opening it. On the back we have the specifications. So as we already said, there is a 7.8 Kaleida. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Oh yes, there we go. We have a resolution of 1404 pixels times 1872 pixels at 300 pixels per inch. But I think this 300 pixels per inch is actually the black and white pixels. I read somewhere that the color filter that is in front of it is actually only 100 pixels per inch. But I don't think that will ruin the fun. But we will see later. We also have a front light, which is very important, I think, for me. An octa-core, storage 3 GB plus 32 GB. That looks very good. A stylus. Android 10, Wi-Fi 2.4 and 5 plus Bluetooth. We have a microphone, we have speakers, and all of this for less than 265 grams. So I look forward at how much this really weighs in practice. So here we have it. Let's unzoom. Go. There is some protective vilt synthetic or something. It feels nice. It feels protective, and it feels nice. As always, we get a protector, a screen protector. I never put it on because I'm just not able to do it. It's always getting wrong. So I'm doing something wrong every time again. I would wish that they just put it in by default, so that the users don't need to do this at home and fail anyway. I've never been able to do it, not without having something stuck between the protector and the screen. So here it is. As you can see, be careful because it slides off from the bottom as well as the top, so when you take it, it could fall on the ground. That's actually something very dangerous and that I would have wished that Boox would not have done. I'm sure this will, some users will drop it immediately after removing it from the box. Imagine you take it, whoop, and it's gone. That's not good in my opinion. But okay, here we go. As you can see, it's beautiful. The colors, everything. It's much, I can see it on my cell phone with which I'm recording currently, but in real life the colors are much better than I can see on the screen of my phone. So the quality is really impeccable. I can see the pixels, but I think the brain gets used to it and you don't see them anymore. So I don't think that will be an actual problem. As we can see, it's powered off. On the back we have one speaker that I can see. On the top we have the power button with a LED incorporated into it. On the sides I see nothing. And at the bottom, really good, we have a USB-C connector port. That's really nice. We can charge with every phone adapter, maybe a laptop adapter. And here on the side we see the microphone. We have one. Looking at the button below, it's different. It's not as I'm used from Boox. So on the Note 3 and the Max Lumi, the button has less relief. This one has a lot of relief. You can see it on the video. I'm afraid that it would be possible to damage it by friction or something. And it's quite small. It doesn't feel so nice to the thumb as the other versions. 1 second, I'm going to take the other ones to show you. So here we are again. Let me open them all to show you the differences between sizes and buttons. Let me see if I can remove this. So as you can see, on the right here we have a pocketbook color. This is a 6-inch. This is the new Nova 3 color. It's an 8-inch. Then we have the Note 3, which is a 10-inch. And then we have the Max Lumi, which is a 13-inch. So here we have all 4 sizes next to each other. What we can see, what I was speaking about, is the buttons at the bottom. You see here the buttons have less relief and they are a little bit larger. It gives a great feeling to the thumb, and I'm not afraid that the sides will get stuck somewhere with some friction or something. You can see that the Note 3 has the same button, really nice. But then the Boox is different. It's a thicker button. It feels a few years old. All those devices had this kind of button. I don't like this one. It feels fragile. It's not moving, a little bit, but not that bad. but still I think with some friction it could damage, and it doesn't have that same good feeling. When we look at the pocket book, which is not from Boox, we can see that they provided separate buttons. I really like this one, and it has no relief, it feels really smooth. I would wish that Boox would come with 4 buttons like this one. 2 to scroll, and then 1 to navigate, and 1 to go back. That's really nice. Okay, let's continue with the Nova tricolor. Put it here. Let me put the camera a little bit better. Yes. Putting those 2 away. So we're back to the Nova tricolor. Before starting up the Nova 3, let's look what's else in the box. We have this nice little ribbon. This one was helping us to remove the tablet from the case, see? That's really thoughtful. That's good. Still pity that they made a plastic in which it can slide from the top or the bottom. It will definitely make some accidents, but okay. Then in the middle we have a hidden pocket. Oh no, it's not a pocket, it's just some paper on the top. Here we have the charging cable, USB-C to USB-A. You can charge it anywhere. And we have a pen. The pen looks different. Normally we get this pen, a nice stylish thin. It's very thin. When I look at the new one, it almost has 2 times the size, and it doesn't come with the holder. That's strange. I would expect that to put it in a casing. It helps to have the holder. So here it's not going to be the same thing. I wonder when we will try it later what it will do. The pen is different, it's rounder at the top, it moves just like the old one. It has a little hole, probably to attach it, a little cord to it. It has this design slide here. I don't think we can open it. No. And at the top we have the pins. We can see that the pins are equal. They move a little bit, but yes. So the pen of the Nova tricolor is certainly thicker, and in terms of weight I can't make the difference. I couldn't tell, honestly. I think they are equal weight. So yeah, the pen is certainly thicker to put away. Let's see, what else do we have? The warranty, and that's it. So basically, as accessoires we received the cable, the charging cable, and the pen. Okay, let's continue. Let's turn the tablet on. Okay, let's turn it on. As we said before, the power button is at the top. Pressing it 2-3 seconds. There is a little light turning on. We can see the Onyx is starting up. This is the boot sequence. Okay, now we can see it's saying starting up. The front light also just started up. We can see everything is by default, I don't know, something Mandarin, Chinese. Let's go to where let's choose English United Kingdom for this review. Whoa, it's not very reactive. Or not accurate, I'm not sure yet which one. So yeah, there is a privacy policy, 9 pages long. I'm just going to agree. Then automatically set the date and time zone. Yeah, why not? I suppose that the time zone will correct itself once it detects my location. We'll see this later. Next. You see we can skip also at the top with the start with default settings. Next, auto sleep, power off timeout. So for sleeping, I would say that I want it on 10 minutes and the power off after 30 minutes. That's actually low. Let's put 12. I would prefer 8 hours, but okay. It asks in which hand we want to hold the pen. I will say right. The calibration will start now. Okay, so let's take the thick pen. Start. So basically press the dots. Yes. And the middle. Please confirm the calibration within 10 seconds by pressing OK. And there we go. We are already in the basic homepage of the Boox operating system. As we can see, the icons now have green icons. My first impression to the text and its pixels, it's good. It's very good. I don't see much things to say about this. The color of the lighting is white, so it's not that warm heat light that we have on the Note 3 or the Max Lumi. There must be some reason, I suppose. Maybe it's not compatible with the color layer, but it looks nice. It's different. Here we have more colors in the settings. So the first thing that you always need to do with such a tablet is to configure the Wi-Fi. Let's do that right now so that we can continue with this review. Okay, we are connected to my Wi-Fi. We see immediately that we get a little dot at the bottom. Let's click on it. That means that something is waiting for us. I suppose that the firmware update will be ready. The time is still wrong, it's still 6:58. I hope that now that we've configured internet connection that this will be fixed quite fast. But let's check daytime. 24 hours. Maybe I just need to change the time zone to Brussels. It's actually sorted by GMT times, so let's go to +1. So it's not alphabetic. There is some slowness. I'm touching the wrong things because it's slow. Okay, but I have Brussels. There we go. Now the time is still wrong. It just synced. It's 12:55. So now everything is fine. That's indeed correct in winter time. Okay, great. So now that the time has been set and that the Wi-Fi is configured, let's check the firmware update, because this is where we have the dot. Let's see if I can zoom in. Here we have it. Let's click on it. There we go. So by default it will automatically detect the update package, but we can force it because we can see here that the latest firmware installed on this device is from the 5th of February this year. So let's force it, check for update. Normally we should have the 3.1 indeed. So it's actually saying that there is a repair package. Fix the problem that the canvas is automatically reduced when inserting text in a node. Fix the problem of incomplete page display after synchronization nodes. Okay, those are all kind of problems that I have not seen yet. So yeah, there the update is starting. As we can see, it goes really fast. It's actually astonishing because on my previous tests that I did and on my previous reviews, this was very slow, and you cannot go to another function in the tablet while it is downloading. For some reason it stops downloading then, and it will not resume. You have to start again from scratch. But here we see we are at 30 megabytes per second, not megabits. So this is really nice, really fast. 30 times 8 is 240 megabits, something like that. That's nice. I have a line of 500 on my internet. So okay, it's done. Let's update it immediately. That way you all have an idea how it looks with the new firmware. So it's now updating. We can see that the tablet was really nicely pre-charged with 97%. That's very good. Okay, the installation is taking a little bit longer. We'll continue as soon as this is done. In meanwhile, let's look at the cover. So this is a cover that we received. I had two options. There was a cover, a normal cover, and there was a magnetic cover. I chose the magnetic cover because I was a little bit afraid to have the same experience as I had with the Note Air. The Note Air was actually having a really bad cover. But my experience with the Note 3 and the Max Lumi covers were really nice. So I hope that with this cover I have something nice as well. Okay, as always it's all pretty nice. We have a little cord to hold it for some reason. Put it in the store, I suppose. Let's open it from the back. Oops, that was a little bit wild of me. There we go. Yes, it looks the same as the good ones. Yes, it looks very much like the Max Lumi cover. Let me show you. Up, let's zoom out. The installation is still continuing. Meanwhile, this is the Max Lumi 13-inch. So the lights of the room went out. Let's put it back on. There we go. So if I open this plastic, we will see that the resemblance is a lot look-alike. Yeah, it's the same texture, except that we don't have, you see, here we can use it as a stand. do not seem to be able to do this with the cover from the Nova 3. It just opens. But the quality is well built. It's the same as the Max Lumi. It's exactly the same. We have the same pen holder. As we can see, the pen holder is bigger to hold the bigger pen, I suppose. Okay, there we go. You see, without the holder of the pen, it moves and turns in all directions. I think it's possible to lose it more quickly. Even when I put the thinner in this one, but with the holder, yeah, it's now so big that even this one would fall away. It's not going out. I wonder. No, in both cases they hold. It's not going to fall out. That's already good. So now that we have this, we can put the Nova 3 in it. As we can see, in meanwhile, it's still installing the system update. Let's put it in the cover. Really nice. Click, click, and there we have it. You can see it's exactly the same as the Max Lumi, except the back is maybe different. Here it's in plastic, and here it's some kind of velvet feeling on the Max Lumi. And as you can see, you can quickly see dirt on it and fingerprints, while the plastic one will not have this issue. And how do I know this? It's because on the Note 3 the back is the same, exactly the same, except for here we have two speakers. We don't. Oh, that looks like a design flaw. Oh my god, they forgot to put. Let me show you what I'm thinking. They forgot to punch holes for the speaker. There are no holes. Whoa. Boox. What were you thinking? How did you forget about this? So yeah, the sound might sound very weird with the plastic in front of it. Wow, that's pretty. Here they thought about it. On the Max Lumi they thought about it, but for the Nova Tricolor they forgot it. It's not in the casing. It's missing. Okay, that's pity. That's something to remember. Okay, let's open the cover. We can see that in meanwhile it's starting up. The colors look wow. Nice. With the pocket book, the colors were also nice, but it's just too small. It has no note-taking capabilities. It has no Android for doing other stuff. So the investment of this device is worth it, and this one not. I think it was half of the price, but even that I wouldn't pay another 200 euros for this one. This one was 400 euros, and that's doable, and it's worth it because it's also a note-taking device. I'm still a little bit bugged by the fact that they forgot to put punch holes for the speakers. That's so sad. But okay, we're back in the main screen. So as we can see, now we have upgraded. We can choose how much light we want. It's very responsive. We have the speaker. It sounds like muffled away because of the cover now. Oh, I think I'm going to drill a hole to let some of the speaker air pressure away. That should make it less bad. Ah, that's pity. And here we can say automatically turn it on and off, the lighting, but I like it. It's nice, it's tiny, everything is readable. Still, I purchased the 8-inch version, but I recommend, as soon as there is a 10-inch version of a color note-taking book, purchase the 10-inch, not the 8-inch. The 10-inch is worth it. It's exactly what you need to read. 8-inch is not for reading all the time. It's nice for on the way for an hour or two, but nothing else. Something that you should also know is that when you look at this in the sun, the colors really are beautiful. It's the same as with the non-colors. When you look at an ebook in the sun, it's always much better than having reflective lights like we can see right now. But okay, this is the review that I wanted to make. I hope you all enjoyed it, and see you next time. Bye bye.